Good evening. The New York Jets were at minicamp today. Turner Engstrand, Brees Hall, Justin Fields, others hit the mic today. We're going to get into that, what happened, what it means, and much, much more. Stick around. We will be right back after this.
Sorry, Nick. I know you are busy at your family, but I still love you. I talk to my relatives too, so I love you very much. Anybody in your family, tell them I love you very much. I know you have a family too, but I love them too. Tell them that, okay? Love you, Nick Stein. You're my homeboy, okay, you little buddy? Here, take it. Bye, thanks.
Little buddy.
Welcome, my friends. It's a shine time, shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time, shine time, it's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe?
Hey, all you shiners, it's time for something cool. I'm here to do my part. I'll drop a stinky fart. No chicken soup for you. I'm gonna eat it up. And then I'll do a show and talk about the Green Hornet. I got a new laptop. You know it doesn't suck. I'll need to keep it down when I'm making too much noise. My mom will pull the plug and Dennis smack my ass, and that will surely blow. Hey, fuckers, it's time for the Nick Shine Show.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in bumble. Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Oh, fantastic. Game time. Got to stretch it out. Welcome. If you haven't already, hit the like button. It's free. It's easy. Helps the show. Now, we got a little bit of catching up to do from Monday's show. We're going to get into that in a minute. But I want to let you guys know that I've worked on getting some defensive line stuff. We have a Joe Klecko autograph jersey. The autograph is there on the 7 with the certificate on the bottom there. That's going to be one of our defensive line prizes. Working on some others. The drawing, just because with vacation and everything, it's going to be July 6th. We're going to do 4 weeks because I'm going to be away, not doing shows for a week. So we're going to push that back to July 6th, the night of the Met-Yankee game that a lot of us are attending. So we'll do a recap of that, and we'll do a raffle. We'll get some stuff away that night. It'll be a fun time. So mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. As always, you have to be here that night if you are in on the raffle. For those of you from Monday night who gifted a $20 super chat or 5 memberships, Luppy, Rick Kent, Kim, Rick Kent again, and David D, we will spin the wheel for you guys in a little bit. But first, let's talk New York Jets. So the Jets minicamp opened up today. The first thing that jumps off the screen is Fields to Wilson. Fields to Wilson looks like it's going to be something that the New York Jets emphasize. We thought we were getting that last year with Rodgers and Wilson. Ends up, it's just a lot of bubbles, short screens, nothing where they were really getting the ball downfield. Now, a lot of us have had concerns over Rodgers not getting the ball to Wilson downfield. This looks like it's going to be a point of emphasis in this system. Turner Engstrand was at the microphone today, said that how much he wants to get the ball to Wilson, how unique of a talent he is with his mobility and agility, where he's real special at getting to a certain place more uniquely than other people can. meaning he can add an extra juke in. He can do something else to open up, create space, catch the ball, and then be in a position to do something we really haven't seen him do, catch and run. We see all these highlights during watching the Red Zone or the ESPN Sunday Night Countdown, and we see catch, run in every game. We haven't been able to do that. The only one I could think of last year was the bomb to Devontae Adams against the worst defense in football against the pass, the Jaguars. So other than that, we didn't have a lot of catch and run. So I think those of you, fantasy-wise, Garrett Wilson may have his year we've all been waiting for. Garrett Wilson, statistically, has been consistent, but hasn't gotten up into that upper echelon, that elite level. If we can get him there with Justin Fields, that's a great sign for things to come. Now, I don't want to get into the contract tonight. We're going to focus more on what's going on the field. Connor Hughes had a report. Garrett Wilson was targeted 10 times. 7 of those were completions. Again, it's this time of year, but you could see that they're going to really try to get him the ball. And the more Garrett Wilson has the ball in his hands, the more that it's more than 6-7 yards downfield when he catches it, the better the New York Jets offense is going to be, because it's going to open up everybody else. Who could it open up? That's our next topic. Breece Hall. Breece Hall was at the mic for an extended amount of time today. And I got to tell you, Breece Hall might be one of my favorite Jets to listen to speak. He's very open. He's very forthcoming. He's very honest. He gets a little more in depth with his answers than a lot of other players do. And I enjoy that. I enjoy that behind the curtain, if you will. So a couple things that Breece said worth of note. He knows everyone in the running back room has talent. He knows everyone there deserves to get carries. But he also said, I'm a pretty good talent myself, and it's my job every day to remind everybody why I can be one of the best running backs in all of football. I have a skill set not a lot of people have. So he's a great teammate in terms of talking others up in the own room, who he's essentially competing with. But he also knows he's a badass dude. They talked about draft weekend when there was a rumor that Breece Hall could be traded. Said that he just kind of sat back, didn't call anybody, and then Coach Glenn called him. And Coach Glenn said, well, I ain't trading you. You ain't going nowhere. We're trying to build this around you and with you. You were not getting traded. Which must have been nice for the player to get that phone call, to get that reassurance from your head coach that, hey, there's a story out there, and I don't know where the story came from. And we know Glenn. Glenn's like, this is bullshit. I ain't fucking moving you. Like, that's how Glenn speaks. Glenn speaks like Charles Gorman after moving out of the apartment on his own apartment. A lot of F-bombs going on with Aaron Glenn. I like it. Now, one of the cool things that the Jets are doing is they have a helmet cam, like a GoPro, on Justin Fields. And Engstrand was saying, there we go, Clancy. That's what I'm talking about. Bringing good news to the chat. Did Halliburton hit a game winner again, or was it just an easy win? I would appreciate an update. Turner Engstrand was saying that it helps them. They can see his progressions. They can see when he looks off. They can hear the audio in the huddle. They can hear the checks at the line. They can hear everything. He says, occasionally there's some entertaining commentary there as well. So for the growth, the maturation of Justin Fields, the evolution of Justin Fields with Engstrand in this offense, you take every little advantage that you can get. We all want to see Justin Fields succeed. Why not give him every tool to do it? So, and what's cool is the offensive line, they're also using that footage to review the checks, to review the line coverages. Engstrand also spoke about Joe Tittman, who's doing a good job up front. I know that there's some people speaking about if there was a competition at center. I don't think there's ever really going to be a competition at center. I think Tittman is head and shoulders above Myers. I don't think that that's something we're ever going to have a concern with. It just seems that Joe Tittman gets thrown into some crazy story every training camp, every offseason. Rookie year, he couldn't snap. Last year, he had a hiccup for a couple days. It's okay. I'm not stressing it. I think he's going to be a lot more comfortable without Rodgers changing all the plays back there. I think he's going to really take a nice step into the upper echelons of centers in this league this year. So keep an eye on that as well. I had one more thing. My phone keeps talking out. And one more thing on Tanner Engstrom. This guy is going to be a head coach one day. And I'm going to tell you why. Before he even coaches a game as an offense coordinator, the way he speaks, I enjoy it. I can learn listening to him. There's some guys who get up there, they're boring as hell. They have no personality. You can tell they don't have much knowledge. They don't know how to deliver that to the media. But I like his poise. I like his demeanor. I like his composure with the media. You know, for someone who's at an offensive coordinator position for a first time, Jets fans, let's really hope, pray to you, God, whoever that may be, that we have a smart, innovative offensive mind that can really make us an exciting offense. So those are some of the notes today. Justin Fields was at the mic as well. I wasn't able to get the time at work to listen to him, but we'll have some of that tomorrow night, along with Aaron Glenn, who will be at the mic in the morning. And you know, one of the big things that came out was competition. Competition is a big thing, and it's a little bit different. Glenn is already initiating more competition. Even at this phase of the season, Connor Hughes said, I haven't really seen with the previous regimes that I've covered this time of year mean something. And you're seeing that it's a little bit of a change, right? It used to just be go through the motions, run the rep from the 20-yard line, run the rep from the 20-yard line. They're making it mean something now. Now, does that mean anything? We don't know. But over the course of time, practices will get more intense. Pads will come on. There will be a competition amongst the offense and the defense. And if we think our defense is going to be as good as it is, it should make the offense better. Lastly, a couple weeks ago, I made a prediction that Will McDonald could have 15 sacks this year. I'm going to up that. I'm going to go with 17. I'm going to say Will McDonald has at least one sack per game. I think Will McDonald is ready in year 3 to do what first-round picks do, become one of the better players at their position. I think he's abusing Membu a little bit, and please do not get alarmed about Membu. Membu is getting thrown into the fire going against Will McDonald. I'm not going to use the expression Connor Hughes hates because I got so much information from him today, but Membu, welcome to the NFL, kid. Day after day, you're going to get better, and Will McDonald is going to make you better. And if you can block Will McDonald, you're going to be able to block a lot of guys that you go up against on every Sunday. And this is something that I think is going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch Membu start to win those reps. It's going to be fun to then see Will counter and win his own reps on top of it. And I think it's something that Jets fans can look forward to. I don't think there's any reason to jump off a bridge over Membu giving up some pressures to Will McDonald. Will McDonald is becoming that guy. Now, super chat from the big fella. Get the body bag ready. Get a body bag, Russo. Will McDonald is going to send Rodgers to the morgue. Myles Garrett will not have a chance to get at him. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah, big fella. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, good sir. Shout out to everyone here in the chat right now. Make sure you hit the like button, please. Any super chats tonight will get you on the wheel for the defensive line. I've already secured one item. It's a Joe Klecko jersey autographed with the certificate right there. Working on some other items. This raffle will go off in 3.5 weeks from tonight. Sunday night, July 6th, after the Yankees complete winning the series against the Mets. We'll have some fun. We'll shit talk Nate, Gary. We won't shit talk Rick Kent because we respect Rick Kent. But Nate and Gary are getting shit talked heavily. I'm going to play a video because I don't know what happened. The screen just glitched. Let's, we haven't done this in a while. We haven't heard from this guy. Everyone stand.
Ready?
Oh, say, can
Everybody mute yourself. Mute yourself.
fly to dawn's early light. What so proud that we hail? We're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land and of the free and the home of the brave.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you for standing by. I don't know what happened there. But ladies and gentlemen, we got some catching up to do. Where are we? Let's go here. Yeah, let's do that one. All right. We have some catching up to do from Monday night. If you gift 5 memberships, you get to spin the wheel for a raffle multiplier. And we got Kim. All right. First up, and since it's the first one, we're going to shuffle it one time. This one is for Luppy, who gifted 5 memberships the other night. Lup man, let's see what you got. Oh, 30. Luppy with 30. Next up, we have Rick Kent, who gets to spin twice because he gave a $20 super chat. And then he also gifted 5 memberships. So we're going to shuffle it twice for his 2 spins. No, 26. And one more. Nice, Chris. You guessed it. 3 18s in a row. Poppycock. All right, so we got 44 for Rick Kent. Next, third on the list. One. Oh, hold on. Hold on. All right. 30. Very close. David D with 30. And last up, we have Kim, who gifted 5 memberships along with David. Kim gets 50. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for contributing. And if you want to spin the wheel with a chance to win up to 100 raffle entries, got to be in it to win it, ladies and gentlemen. Last week, Pat Rich, 1 raffle entry, and he hit. That's all it takes, folks. Got to be on the wheel. Also, before any gifting starts, a reminder to anyone in the Discord who is receiving a gifted membership, you are going to be removed from the Discord. I've been threatening this since February. It's not fair to others who pay, and it's not fair to those who are gifting memberships to have you receive one and you're already in the Discord. So please don't get upset with me. It is up to you to do your part. I have given ample amount of time for this to take place. So thank you. You're all nice guys and gals. I appreciate you. But let's do something we haven't done in a minute here on this show. We've had call-ins. We've had guests. we haven't taken some questions in a while. When I say we, it's me and my multiple personalities. So, Jets fans, throw out some of your concerns, questions that you have towards this New York Jets team. It's the dog days of summer. We're going to have a lot of downtime. We're going to have plenty of times for guests. We're going to have plenty of times for calling. We're going to have plenty of times for off the rails shows, as you guys say. So let's fire off some questions at your boy Nick tonight and see what we got. While we're waiting for questions to come in, David D says, I think Memba will be fine. He'll probably have some growing pains as a rookie, like the vast majority of rookies have, but he has major upside potential. David, 100% spot on. Exactly. You know, this is the time of year where you want to get exposed and you want a veteran like Will McDonald beating up a rookie. If Memba was stalemating Will McDonald from day one, I think we would have more concern with Will, right? This is what you want to see. It's June. There's 12 and a half weeks left until the opener. There's plenty of time for Will McDonald and then eventually Jermaine Johnson to push Olu and to push Membu and get them ready. You know, we're gonna have a nice, hopefully elite combination of tackles for the next decade. You know, we've never really had that. We had the Brickashaw, and then we had a little bit of a revolving door over on the right side. Some guys came, veterans. They tried younger guys. It didn't work. But I think the Jets have put themselves in a position where tackle should not be a concern until I'm a grandfather. Nick is 16 years old, so 10 years maybe. 26. Your boy will be a grandfather. Hopefully, I'm still here. Knobcraft, who is not the diplomat that I am, comes in with a $5 super chat, says, get the fuck out of the Discord if you're not paying to play. I don't pay $5 a month in gift membership so I can chill with parasites who don't contribute. Knob is knob, ladies and gentlemen. And Stack comes in and says facts from the director. Knob is part of the senior council in the Discord as part of the Nick Shine show. So he listen, I'm gonna tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Gorman gave his information away halfway around the world, had to cancel his card. Charles Gorman signed up for the channel again, I believe, right, Charles? I think so. You're a member of the channel. I'm pretty sure you signed back up. If not, I'm a dumbass for promoting that. And fuck you, Charles. Sign up. Charles, you focus on work. I'm going to tease something for you guys. Last year, this weekend, Father's Day weekend, I got together with Charles and we created the I'm Charles rap. Maybe this year, Father's Day weekend's coming up. Maybe Charles and I might be getting together to work on a new project. Maybe. Stay tuned. I don't know. Rumor has it. Scuttlebutt says. All right, let's see if you guys got any questions. David comes back. McDonald will make Membu a better player. Yeah, that's a combo that you want to see. Those two guys just every day going out on the field and becoming elite players together. And you want to watch a meteoric rise. You want to watch Membu become, with Tristan Wirfs, best right tackle in the game, right? With Penny Sewell. You want his name up there with these guys immediately. Will McDonald, we want Will up there with TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons. We want him up there with an elite edge rusher. Thank you, Charles. You're a good man, a brave American, and we salute you. Blitz says, I need you to set up a studio session with Charles and I. Where's the studio? You're out in Brooklyn, right? I'm going to be with Charles Saturday. I work till 2 o'clock. I don't know if I can get out to Brooklyn Saturday. But we can definitely talk Blitz. Give me a call tomorrow or tonight after the show if you can talk. And we'll figure it out. Knobcrafts, show up to the cookout with a 2-liter of CNC Cola. Oh, CNC. Oh. If you want to go old school, back in the 80s, before they cared about our sugar intake, ShopRite used to sell 3 liters. 3 liters of cream soda when I was a kid hit so hard. I would drink that shit right from the fucking 3-liter. 3-gallon, whatever it is. 3 liters? 3 liters, not 3-gallon. Back in the day. Can you get... All right, we'll talk after the show. Call me as soon as the show ends. Joe the Jet G with a question, starting us off. And ladies and gentlemen, yeah, you're right, Clancy. I don't drink soda anymore, so I forget how they're measured. Joe the Jet G. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, fire off your Jets questions. This is a good one from Joe. Is Fields going to be franchised similar to Goff in Detroit? Hopefully, but doubtfully. I think the New York Jets will do everything they can to help Fields succeed, but I think there's some doubts. My biggest doubt is the cast of weapons at wide receiver. Could we make another move? If Fields is looking really good going in throughout training camp, do not sleep on the Jets adding another weapon. Don't. If he's slinging the ball around and this offense is clicking and they're firing and he's delivering the ball where it needs to be on time, I can really see the New York Jets going and adding the best receiver left on the market or somebody who fits what they want to do. So keep an eye on that. Goff was a good pocket passer. Don't forget, Goff came up and went to a Super Bowl with Sean McVay. I do want to admit, for Charles and all the other Patriots fans watching, that Super Bowl between Jared Goff and Tom Brady is the lowest QBR game since QBR started being kept up until that point. I don't know if that's been surpassed on the low end, but that quarterback play in that Super Bowl was absolutely horrific. You want to bore yourself to put yourself to sleep? Go watch the passes in that game. They were both awful that day. Big fella with a comment. I'm concerned we don't have any legit defensive end edge depth. We have a rookie, Clemens, and cheap vets. 100%, big fella. I've brought that concern up that if JJ doesn't come back, we have a problem. If JJ does not come back, if he has to get pupped and miss those first 6 weeks, that's a major concern. Now, I can look at the other side of it. They're going to draft people. They're going to build this. They're not looking to replace everyone in year one. But that's a tough spot to not be strong at in this day and era in the NFL. Granted, blitzing can do that. It can help open up and hide some of your weaknesses. The scheme can help elevate players and free people up. But until we see it on the field and we start getting the numbers and we start getting the pressures and we start getting the fucking ball on the ground, it's going to be a concern. It's going to be a concern, and rightfully so. If Jermaine Johnson has to be pupped and Clemens has to play significant time, I don't think any of us are happy with the start of that season. We know Josh Allen will be laughing at doing RPOs to Michael Clemens' side of the field. Yeah, the big 3-liter. Yeah. We used to get, and this is when 3 liters were like 99 cents, maybe even cheaper on sale. Cream soda, root beer, 7-Up, and then maybe like a cola. I was never a big cola guy. I liked the other ones. Birch beer. Birch beer was one that we got a lot in the Shine House. Lane with a question. How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers signing with Pittsburgh? I'm happy. I'm happy we got him week 1. We know Rodgers does not look good in week 1. He did not look good last year. He did not look comfortable. This is a new regime for him. This is a new scheme. These are new players. Doesn't have his safety blankets laying all over the place. I love it. I love it. I will blitz and blitz and blitz again. Mark Ferraro with the question. What's up, Mark? More of an impact, Smith or Smart? Smith. Smith. Now, Engstrand did kind of call out Arian Smith today, saying that there's times where you see him going and you see that elite speed. And then there's other times where you could tell he's thinking and he's not moving the way he needs to be. I like that. I like that you're calling the player out. I like that you're saying, hey, rookie, you're in the big leagues now. You got to do what we need you to do. You can't be hesitant out there. Run the goddamn route the right way. But I'll take Smith because nobody else can do what he can do in terms of getting downfield. So if he's got to be a one-trick pony like Robbie Anderson was to start, so be it. But open everyone else up in this offense. So I think Smith has an impact. Even though the statistics might not be there, the speed alone is there. And that will help us, Mark. Good question. Joe says, Chris Olave would be an amazing get come the trade deadline. Agree and I disagree. It's just another player you're going to have to pay. And if you trade for him, you're going to have to pay him immediately. So why pay him and bump him ahead of Garrett, a guy who's never even dressed for you? That's how these things work. Let's see where I was going. Clancy says they said today or yesterday, JJ be ready for the season opener. Yeah, I mean, there's not that we want it, right? But there could be a hiccup along the way. I don't want to speak it into existence. Hiccups suck, but there could be some sort of hiccup. Yeah, Wildwave Weaver. I mean, he's DN3 by default, right? Like it's Watts, McGregor, Clemens. We'll see. David with a good comment. Last summer, after the Broncos released Tim Patrick, the Lions signed him. I can envision the Jets looking at the waiver wire. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Especially if it's somebody, David, who Engstrand has a history with or Turner has a history with, and it's somebody who's knowledgeable with what they want to do, their terminology, their verbiage, and what they ask their receivers to do. I would definitely look for that. Charles, same thing. I mean, we would all go nuts over the talent, but now you're going to bring in a guy who wants a contract and you're going to pay him before you pay Garrett. And are we at the point as a running team where we're going to pay 2 receivers, maybe anywhere from a total of $55 to $65 million a year? I don't think so. Barron is the other one. Thank you, Chris. Barron is the other edge I couldn't think of. Thanks, buddy. Boomtown with a question. In fairness, how many teams have legit depth at edge? I mean, the Giants are pretty fucking loaded, right? They got Thibodeau. They got Burns. And they just drafted Carter. The Giants are pretty loaded. Jolt. Never a Jolt guy. Never Mountain Dew. Never Dr. Pepper. Clancy, the only Eagles have depth can trade you. Yeah, they just trade away. But they keep drafting them every year, and that's what you want to do, right? You're not going to be able to sign all of them. Don't be surprised if next year, if Fields hits, you keep adding to that D line. Your offensive line is set. I mean, if you lose Simpson or Tucker, but a guard you don't have to take in round 1 or even 2. If you're scouting the right way, you take a guard at 3, 4, or 5. But you go get your premium positions, your quarterback, your left tackle, even you a tackle, but we don't need tackle, wide receiver, edge, and corner. Those are the blue chip positions in the NFL. Those are the positions that you take early. You don't take a linebacker early. You don't take a safety early. Uh, you don't take the center or the guard early unless it's a generational guard like a Zach Martin or a Quentin Nelson. You don't take the guard that early. I know I'm a little behind in the chat. Big fella, would you trade Brees and a pick for Terry McLaurin? Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I know it counters what I just said a minute ago, but I think Brees will be gone after this year, unless he's Barkley and goes for 2,000 and is leads us to deep into the playoffs, and you could tell it's his team. But I would not be happy having to pay McLaurin before paying Wilson because you're basically giving him the contract extension immediately. I wouldn't be happy with it. I think it could cause a divide. But if you propose this to me, and what's the pick too, big fella? What's the pick? Brees and a 3? Hell yeah. Brees and a 2? I don't know because now you're having Braylon Allen be your starter. You got Davis, and then you're gonna have to put Donovan Edwards up. I don't know if I want to do that with the running game. I mean, the pick would help me answer that question. I'd be more likely with a 3 than with a 2. Chris with the question. Can our Jets establish a strong identity under Aaron Glenn? Absolutely, Chris. I think you're seeing it already. I think you're seeing the team take on the identity of the head coach. Uh, just got to win. Got to win. Listen, Justin Fields goes out, has a game-winning drive, defeats Pittsburgh, plays great, goes blow for blow with Josh Allen, has 3 total touchdowns, runs for 90 yards and a touchdown, and we're in it with Buffalo till the end. It's going to get real exciting here. It's going to be very exciting. If we can be 1-1 and compete with Buffalo, and we've played Buffalo really well in New Jersey the last couple of years. We lost at the end last year when the quarterback couldn't finish the drive and had to rely on a kicker. We beat him with Zach Wilson. So there's, and then we beat them the day Rodgers got hurt. So we played them well at MetLife. So I think if Aaron Glenn can come out, let's just have this discussion. Let's say Aaron Glenn comes out and he's 2-0. This fan base is going to lose its fucking mind. I don't remember the last time the Jets started 2-0. But we beat Pittsburgh and Rodgers. It's like a monkey off our back, right? If we lose to that game, all of the people who wanted Rodgers, and you know who they are, you know exactly who I'm talking about, are going to be calling into shows Monday morning and Sunday night saying that I told you we should have kept him. Look how good he was. I'm going nuts with a cigar in my mouth. You know who I'm talking about. They're going to lose their fucking mind with the I told you so's. You go out, you win that game 23-9, and you keep Rodgers out of the end zone, and it looks sloppy, and you're blitzing them, and you're picking them off. You won't have to hear those stupid calls. I didn't say any names, guys. I was saying. I was talking about Neil. Damn it. I went to say I was talking about Lane, but I read John Hepburn's comment. Ah, see? Anchorman strikes again. I just read the teleprompter. Son of a bitch. David D says, absolutely, Nick. Familiarity is very important with little time for players to learn a new system. Yeah. Josh, does Michael Clemens still look like the Hulk or is ready to save his career? I don't know. I don't know. Boom, you're right. And even Brees Hall commented today that Tanner wants to run the ball a lot. They said they're committed to running the ball here. It's very important to them, and I like that as a running back. Swamp Ranger, nice. Isn't it crazy how we could throw up at the idea of drafting another D lineman a year or two ago? Now we're looking at scrap heaps for more. Well, we did lose some. We had some veterans who were in here, but if you look at who the Jets have drafted, it's only three. Three of them are undrafted. Taylor, McGregor, and Watts are undrafted. I don't count Clemens because I don't think Clemens makes the roster. But you got Quinnen, JJ, and Will. You got three undrafted. Then you got Barron's been drafted. But there's not a lot of capital on the D line. Yes, there's three number ones. And then there's Clemens, who's a fourth or a fifth. But the main thing is getting guys who get the second contracts, right? It's drafting guys who make an impact on your team and you can build around. We've only had three that we drafted. Now, Leonard Taylor could be a steal. Leonard Taylor could be that guy who goes on to be a good D tackle too, and a very big part of what we do in this scheme. Nick, don't take a guard early unless he's from Notre Dame. Very fair. Very fair. After free agency and the draft, the Jets still don't have anyone that can set the edge against Josh Allen. I disagree. I mean, Jermaine Johnson set the edge, chased them down, tripped them up in that game where we beat them here at the Meadowlands in 22 as a rookie. I think Will McDonald can set the edge. The problem is when we're sending four guys, they let us get upfield, and now Josh Allen's got four lanes to run through. If we're blitzing, and we're blitzing by also containing the run on the blitz, which is the thing you can do, now Josh Allen will have less places to run. Now we're not playing a soft ass zone where he's throwing a quick 4-yard out to somebody. You're up in their face. Big fella, I'm sorry I missed this. Brees and a 3 or a 4. It's Brees and a 4 for McLaurin, yeah. 100%. A 3, like I said, I don't like having to pay McLaurin. I don't think it happens because Washington is going all in. They traded for Debo. I mean, they're gonna do what they can to try to keep this team together. I don't see McLaurin getting sent off. Not while Jaden Daniels is on the rookie contract. And Wild Wave points out we don't have a 3. I know I'm behind in the chat because I'm taking questions from you guys and girls. If you have something that you cannot wait to say, Super Chat is a great way to cut the line. If you are watching the channel and you have not subscribed yet, please do so. It's free. It's easy. Just like hitting the like button. It helps the show. Charles says the last time the Jets started 2-0 was in 2015. Nice. I feel every time Boomtown says what year he thinks the Jets will be good, he pushes it back a year. That's what I sounded like when people used to ask me, "When are you going to stop drinking?" I kept adding a year to it. Knobcraft with a good comment. Rogers is the kind of guy who doesn't pay us $5, but shows up to the party like people want him there. Nice. Who is this mystery man? John, 1 o'clock games and running the ball. Good defense. Reminds me of the 90s. Hell yeah, man. Curtis Martin with those gigantic shoulder pads. If you want to have fun, Jets fans, go back after the show, of course. Go look at like 1998 Jets highlights with how big the shoulder pads were from Brian Cox on defense, Mo Lewis, Marvin Jones, Curtis Martin, Richie Anderson, even the receivers. Corbett had big pads. Like Keyshawn was one of the first guys to start wearing smaller shoulder pads. Lane, where do I live? Hopefully in your heart, my dear friend. I live in Central Jersey. I live in Woodbridge. Uh, Also, nobody has put out a hit on me yet in Woodbridge. I'm safe so far. So shout out to them. My fault nobody watches. I forget. Again, I don't know who I'm talking about. Chris, Nick, thoughts about Quincy blitzing? Hopefully, yeah. Quincy and Sherwood blitzing is going to be fun to watch. Michael Carter blitzing off the edge, the safeties, how they do this. Like I'm envisioning Wilkes and Glenn getting very creative. I don't know if it'll be as creative as Rex and Mike Penn, but I think you're going to see something we haven't seen in a while. Even Todd Bowles had some innovative um, moments with some blitzes. Joe says, "Call me cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I think Fields, if he could live up to his potential, he will win us the division." I mean, if you're talking about potential, he's drafted, I think, 10th or 11th, and Patrick Mahomes was drafted 10th or 11th. So if your potential is a top 10 pick as a quarterback and you're drafted in the same spot as Mahomes a year apart, yeah, it would be nice. But just be efficient, right? Be an elite run threat as a quarterback and be efficient on third down and in the red zone, finish drives, and evolve as the season goes on. Like I always said to my kids, we start here every week, we get better. Same thing with Fields. Just get better week after week, play after play, rep after rep. You make a mistake, don't make the same mistake twice. Show an evolution throughout the year. 2030. Oh, Clancy did beat him. Clancy is a bastard. You're right. I learned that Clancy is a bastard. Just kidding. I knew that. Meadowland Swamp Thing. Nick, don't you say hang 9 or avoid the phrase hang 10? Uh, well, I don't have 10 or 9 hanging, so I don't say either one. Not a surfer either. So hopefully we can hang 30 on teams this year a couple times. Josh, that opening drive when our defense takes the field is going to be very, very loud. And if we stop them, it's going to get louder. And if we stop them, it's going to get louder. And if we get a turnover, that fucking place will erupt. Very, very important questions going on in the chat right now. Lane says, does Carly Fleischer go to the beach with her friends? Followed up immediately. I don't even know how he typed this fast. To follow up Lane's question, if yes, do you know the beach? And big fellow, breaking news! And they all kiss each other. In a perfect world. Blitz. Hopefully will be good by the time we trade for Jordan Love. Shout out to Recap Rob. Jake's head. Jake's head. And thank you, Rob, for watching. You're a nice guy. Mark, maybe we can have a watch party for week 1. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Unless free tickets fall into my lap, I hate Steelers fans. I hate Cowboys fans. I do not want to go to either one of those games because I can't keep my mouth shut. And I'm just at the point in my life where I don't want to get into those conflicts. So for those of you that do not go, I will, unless free tickets fall into my lap, Mark, I will definitely have and do something. You know, I'm right here in Woodbridge. There's Woodbridge Brewing Company here. It'll be nice in September. Outside, cigars. It's right next to the train station. It's easy to get to for Clancy and people down south, Graves. Those I have zero interest in being around Cowboys fans and Steelers fans. I really just don't enjoy that environment, and I'm at the point in my life where I'm not putting myself into that environment. Free tickets fall into my lap. That might change my opinion. No, Clancy. They're doing their party. They're doing an event at the game. Matt was on the other day talking about it. Sunday night, Matt O'Leary brought it up. They're not doing the watch party in Keensburg. They're having it at the game. They're doing their party for the opener. I mean, one of my roommates, housemates, is a Steeler fan. So we'll see. Charles, you instead of spending $300 to go to a Jet game, I could think of more important things to do with those funds. Like, I don't know, eat for the month. I saw them last night. They definitely gone. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If everyone's going, I'll go up for the tailgate, and then I'll split at like 12:15. We'll see. Wait a minute. You're gonna do what, Lane? Charles A. Gorman, Esquire, Supreme. Need not to worry about funds. All right, this has to be addressed. Thanks, big fella. If Carly sent you a bikini, what would you do with it? Lane says, put it on. On what? On a hanger? Yeah, I can't even process another thought. Yes, yes. Put it on a hanger. Do I make this look sexy? Oh, Lane, you're a national treasure. Chris, Nick, thoughts about Malachi Moore being a hybrid type versatile safety comparison like McCourty and Bryant Brand. I wouldn't put those names out there yet, Chris. I would definitely pump the brakes. You know, McCourty was on the back end of Bill Belichick's defense for years. Brian Branch was a first round pick or fell into second. I think it was a first round. I think the Lions took him at the end of round one. But I wouldn't put more in that sentence yet. Let's see what he does first. Yeah, the hanger that fills with blood, releases, fills with blood, releases. Wow, Branch really fell into the second round? Huh. David, with another chance to spin the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. Nick, the Jets have had some highly regarded, successful defensive play callers going back to Bud Carson, Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick, Rex Ryan, and Todd Bowles. Which one do you think got the most out of his Jets personnel? Wow. I mean, it's tough because it's different eras of football too, right? You know what? I'll go with Belichick with that '98 team because there was guys on that defensive line like Anthony Pleasant who were doing really well. That '98 team, I mean, we were loaded at linebacker. We had Cox, we had Marvin Jones, we had Lewis. Uh, we had Marcus Coleman and Aaron Glenn on the corners. Ray Mickens at nickel still. Victor Green on the back end. I would say that D line. What Belichick did with that D line. That was probably the best. Rex. We had Sean Ellis up front. You had Calvin Pace, Bart Scott, David Harris, Sione Puha, Chris Jenkins for a little bit. And I stand on this. If Chris Jenkins does not get hurt that year, we win the Super Bowl. When Chris Jenkins got hurt, that whole dynamic changed. Yes, Otis Smith. Yeah, he was there too. Josh says Moore has to be better than Tony Adams. Then why draft him? Well, you can also look at they never coached Tony Adams in a game, and they tendered him. It was 1 year, I think 2.25 or 2.35. Someone fact check me on that. I think they tendered him to keep him this year. So interesting. Maybe they have a plan for him, and if Moore can take over next year for either Adams or Cisco, that's good. If you get a guy in the fourth round at safety who in year two goes into a starter, Charles, he was one of the best defensive tackles in football. He was not a solid player. Chris Jenkins was an all-pro type of player in Carolina, and with Rex, he started off that way, but unfortunately, he got hurt. He was one of the best defensive tackles in football at a time where big, massive defensive tackles mattered. Good point, Swamp Thing. If they could teach him better angles, put him in better positions, slow the game down for him where he's not making physical mistakes because of mental mistakes and being out of place, that's a good sign. You can coach somebody, and if you get him and say he does really well, and you get him to a 2-year, $14 million deal, that's a great thing to have. Yeah, big fella, I don't doubt it. You and I are on point with a lot of our takes when it comes to the Jets. He was a beast. Charles, you go back and just look Chris Jenkins highlights, either through Carolina or with the Jets. He would be double teamed and throw both guys back into the handoff in the backfield. This was a massive, freakishly strong human being. He was not just a solid player. He was one of the best in his generation. But David, with that $20 super chat, you get to spin the wheel again, my friend. So since it's your second time spinning tonight, we're going to shuffle it twice. Oh, look at that. You're on the 100. A sign of things to come? Let's see. David, you already have 30 raffle entries. And 30 again. Stays there. 30. David, you're at 60 tonight so far, man. Thank you. You're a nice guy. Otis Smith, another former Eagles player. I was at a game in 1997 when the Jets played Tampa Bay, and Otis Smith returned 2 touchdowns for interceptions right into our lap. We were in the third row down in the corner end zone on the visitor sideline, and Otis Smith returned 2 right in front of us. Thank you, David. You're a nice guy. Yeah, that's what hurt, man. When he hurt that knee, he had a bad back too, if I remember correctly. Chris, you know what I'm going to do right now for you? Here's what I'm going to do for you, Chris. Nick Shine Show. I'm Nick Shine. I'm going to gift 5 memberships right now, Chris. And they are in your name in honor of you. And what we're going to do, we'll spin the wheel, and however many raffle entries will go to you. So the 5 of them went to Daniel Scavino, Charlie Gatson, Woody Pecker, DNY for Life, Jet Up Buttercup. Ladies and gentlemen, no Discord members receive the memberships. They live on another day. However, the show's not over yet. Oh wow! Yeah, Nick, you're a nice guy, Nick Shine. I saw that you were watching. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the Meadowland Swap thing is here. We got to get him a membership. Hell yeah, big fella. All right. Oh, Mr. Weed, gifting a membership that went to Planet for Us. Oh, Weed, you're a nice guy. That's what you did on Nick Shine Show last night. Very, very nice. All right, Chris, here we go, buddy. This spins for you, Chris. All your positivity. You were the first one in the chat today, so we will shuffle it one time for you, and we'll let it rip. Good luck, Chris. Not the way that Weed lets it rip in the woods on his way home. Look at that, Chris. Holy shit, Chris. Look at you. Look at you. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, congratulations, man. You deserve it, bud. All your positivity in such a negative world. You're a nice guy. Very nice. 75 entries for Chris. We got some big entries already on the wheel here on our first night. But I would like to thank all the nice guys who are out there who do nice things for guys. And guys, you are nice. Guys and gals, nice. Everyone's nice. Everyone's nice. It's a nice world we live in. But that's it. It's easy as that. 5 memberships gifted. Spin the wheel. 75 entries. Kaboom. The wheel's hot tonight. We've had some 30s. What we got? We got Luppy with 30. Rick Kent with 44. David D with 2 30s. Kim with a 50. And Chris B with a 75. Ladies and gentlemen, the wheel is hot. This is a night to take advantage of the wheel. And I will be working on getting more if you're sitting here saying, what do I get? What's the prize? It is not JJ's skinny legs. It is not, we're not putting that guy's face up there anymore. It's not Aaron Glenn getting rid of Aaron Rodgers. However, Mr. Weed, if you were watching, could we perhaps Photoshop this into a Steelers helmet? Could I make a request from the great Weedmeister? And hell yeah. Let's kick his fucking ass week 1. Not gonna lie. I love all the 1 o'clock games. I have no fucking patience to wait. None. If it's a home game, I don't want to wait until 10 o'clock to go up. I want to be leaving the house at 6:45. In line at 7:15. Yeah, Weed, I think we have to do it now, right? I say we because it's our show. So we're all kind of in this together. But if I'm the idea guy and you execute it, it was a group effort. Well, Matthew, you obviously don't go to enough games because you don't introduce the other team's players. That's only in the Super Bowl. Both teams get announced. The visitors will just jog out without being announced and booed. We'd already told you we're winning week 1. Don't doubt me. Don't doubt Aaron Glenn. 12:30. We got a few minutes left in the show, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who've been here, thank you. I just put the link up. If you want to call in for a quick call, give me your Jets takes with everything that I talked about before. How the fuck do you get here so fast?
You posted a link in the chat and I clicked it and I got here.
You're like Gash Gorman instead of Flash Gordon.
I'll take that as a compliment. For now, anyway.
What kind of shirt you rocking here? A little tie-dye? Oh, what's the great Charles Gorman rocking? I haven't seen this type of shirt on you before. What's it say? All right. Big brother, high school, big sister.
My Union Catholic days. I was part of the Big Brother, Big Sister program.
Charles, I'm fucking shocked that shirt still fits you.
I'm not that fat, so I'll take that as a compliment for now.
I'm just saying, you got much taller since high school.
Yeah, somewhat.
It's true. I don't I don't have his Pledge of Allegiance yet. That was on Jake's show. I think a lot of Jets info out there, Charles. Let's hear your responses to my Jets takes before you take us to Never Neverland, where we never know what's going to happen with you.
I would love for the Jets to beat up Aaron Rodgers in week 1.
Dude, you remember the meme of him when he got his? I think. Wait, is this the picture you used when he was? Yeah, he was on the ground looking at the sideline. Man, I would love if instead of us being the laughing stock, we create the laughing stock. Like his helmet's like halfway turned around. You know, he's limping off the field, and he's pissed, like pointing fingers. DK Metcalf's yelling at him already in week 1. Like, I want to create the shit show elsewhere. I don't want to be the shit show anymore, Charles.
You don't look. I feel the same way too. I feel the same way. I'm tired of the Jets being the laughing stock, but unfortunately, Until the Jets prove otherwise, it'll always be the laughing stock. It's just the way it is, man.
Got to change it. You want to change the narrative? Change the narrative, right, buddy?
Exactly.
You tired of people saying that you don't work? Start working. Boom. They can't say it anymore.
I'm also happy to see.
Right over.
I'm gonna try in a warehouse setting on next Tuesday. It's in Piscataway.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the company or what type
No,
of?
you're gonna
work
let
that
me
they
know
do?
on that sometime later today or tomorrow.
All right. Well, let me know. I used to work over in Piscataway, Optimum, when I was a cable guys over on Centennial Ave over there. There's a lot
That's
of
awesome, man.
there's a lot of warehouses. There's a lot of big businesses over there. So
That's awesome, man. That's awesome to hear.
how would you get there?
I would take Uber.
If you work, do you get more allotment with Uber to use? Like with I know you get a deal with Uber. If
Mhm.
you're using it for work, do they give you more?
I have no
Because if
idea.
you're
I'll
going to
discuss.
Piscataway from where you live and you get $100 a month, you're spending that in one day. It's going to cost you
I get $100
$35,
every week.
$100 a week. It's that's a tough trip if you can't get if you're taking an Uber over there every day, and then
Mhm.
that's tough. That's going to add up big time.
I know. Um,
Great call,
I'm
Garrett.
real.
Great call against Louisville, 2006. They rushed the field. My ex-wife's cousin is still Joe Giacobbe. He was an assistant strength and conditioning coach for the Jets under the Adam Gase regime, and he was on the defensive line for that game, and it was nuts that game. That was so much fun. The partying that we did, because I left my apartment in Edison and went to New Brunswick to party after that game. It was insane.
I'm just really happy this team is buying into Aaron Glenn's leadership and coaching style. I'm glad that Justin Fields looks good. I know Garrett Wilson looks incredible. I'm a huge Garrett Wilson fan. I definitely expect a big year from Will McDonald and Brees Hall. And I'm not worried about Membo. I'm not concerned about Membo. I think he's going to be fine too. Iron sharpens iron. Steel sharpens steel. You know the whole 9 yards.
I never heard steel sharpen steel. You're just making shit up now.
Maybe.
All right. Boomtown. Oh, boom. It's a quarter of the ride to where Chef Kevin is. Chef Kevin is much, much further north. It's like an $80 Uber ride to get to where Chef Kevin is from where Charles is. Yeah, Clancy, me too. Weed says that certain people won't work for less than 150 a day. Is that how much they're paying them to riot? Oh, I'm sorry. Too soon? You don't say anything. I say it.
I'm not saying shit, but I can't laugh my ass off.
I'd have to check the bus routes for him. The train. No, the train would go from Island to New Brunswick. No, we'll figure it out. We'll see what I can do. Any other thoughts, Charles? Any Jets takes? You're up late now. Are you waking up still early? I don't want you to get into a bad habits of like sleeping till like noon.
I'll be fine.
Say that to me. If I show concern, you don't poo poo me to the side.
I appreciate the concern. I'm staying up late at night to enjoy your show. I don't always stay up late, even though I do live on my own now. Any Jets takes? I expect Garrett Wilson to have at least 100 plus catches like he did last year.
I hope.
Because to me, he's got a very good pair of hands. He's a very good route runner. He's got nice speed. He's phenomenally athletic. He's a very good player. Another Jets take. I think Josh Myers will be backup. Hopefully, he is backup, not taking over the starting job.
No, I don't think there's anything to worry about with that. Big Fella says Coach Moss needs to do a better job. Now, something I would recommend to her, Charles, and just say that, with my allotment with Uber, I would like to try to find something closer to home, maybe Raritan Center, which is in Edison. That has a lot of warehouses and places to work. And that's a lot more cost efficient than Piscataway. Because if you work till 4 or 5 o'clock in Piscataway, it's going to be prime time for people getting Ubers, and it's going to cost you $50, $60 to get home.
No problem.
No, it sounds like a problem. That's why I'm presenting it to you to help you.
Well, I'm sorry, my communication skills are terrible sometimes. Yeah, I'll let her know that.
Yeah,
I was definitely
I
planning on
don't
telling.
drive. I am a little concerned with the distance, and if I have to get transportation all the time, I only get $100 a week. And I mean, you could just put in Piscataway High School right now on your Uber. Don't order the ride, but search it and see what it would cost, and then just double that. And
Yeah,
but if you're getting out 3, 4, 5 o'clock, Uber prices in Piscataway are through the roof. There's surges. But that's my concern for you. I don't want to see you working and then you don't make much money at the end of the week because you're putting it all into transportation. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean exactly. Anyways, keep up with the good work with the show. Happy for you, big guy.
Thank you, buddy.
And to all my Jet fans, I know I promised a video today, but I was so caught up with other stuff.
What are you
Same
caught up
Jeff.
with? What are you caught up with? I've seen you on Jake's show. I've seen you on my show. I've seen you doing wardrobe changes.
I was busy doing other stuff. I mean, I was watching the Yankee game on most of the Yankee game on Prime. Glad they won today. They won the series versus Kansas City. I'm happy about that.
Judge is on fire. I mean,
Yeah,
he hasn't stopped. He's been on fire since the opening weekend.
Yeah, he's been doing really well. Happy about that. Clark Schmidt pitched a good game, which is awesome.
7 strikeouts, right?
7 or 8 about that. Yeah, I will do the video. I will do a video tomorrow. Well, not to, well, today is tomorrow because it's 12 o'clock. It's the next day. But I will do it sometime in the afternoon. Hope you all keep supporting my friend Nick Shine. He's a good person. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, a man amongst men, a legend in Island. Charles, wait, before you go. How's the neighborhood? Like, I know, is your building, all right, I got to word this correctly. Is your building a lot of people who need assistance? Like,
Not really, no.
Or is it like primarily the demographic of the area that you live in?
From what I've seen, I mean, I've mostly seen the demographic in the area, but they're very nice. They're not crabby. They're not snooty, up to duty. They're very nice people that I've talked with. They're very friendly. They don't go, "Where'd you come from?" Like, no, they don't do that crap. Where you from? Not my. Where you from? Like,
What kind of
they don't
accent
do
is that?
a snooty, up to duty remark.
Snooty up the duty?
Yeah, like rudeness.
That sounds like something Knobcraft does. Putting a nose up a butt. A snooty up a duty?
You never heard that expression?
Never heard it. I've never heard that accent with it. I'm a little perturbed by this.
Perturbed, that means scared.
Perturbed is like bothered.
My apologies.
No reason to.
I'm about to sneeze. Hold on.
Is that the second part of your body that you've caught fluid into a tissue tonight with?
What?
Nothing.
I sneeze. I don't do a burp snort
God bless
like
you,
Kevin
Charles.
James did in Grown Ups too.
Very good, Charles. I don't think you spilled the drop there. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't spill a drop at all. Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. Hey, look at that. Oh, God. Please, Matthew. Little fuck.
I'm gonna get going now.
How's the squatty potty?
It's all right. Little awkward. It feels a little awkward, but it's fine.
But it's good when you get one of those Charles Gorman. I just ate 2 loaves of bread in the last like 24 hours. Heavy, thick ones. You're gonna be like, oh man, that just slid out like hot butter.
I'll keep that in mind.
Keep it in the bowl, Charles. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles, wave goodbye to everyone. Now wave with both hands. Now pretend. No, that's still one hand. What the fuck was that? No, wave. Yeah, like Team America. Ah!
Charles, have you tried pooping in the woods?
I've tried peeing in the woods, but not shitting in the woods. No.
It's very liberating.
Read it out loud, Charles.
Between the Uber and the tissue, but Charge will be working for free.
It turns out during COVID, Charles was the one buying all the tissues and stuff.
Thanks, Crispy.
Like a samurai. All right, Charles. I don't want you to stay. Listen, if you're staying up late, you still set your alarm and you wake up at a good hour. Don't get in bad habits. If you want to stay up late and party with the boys, you wake up early with the men.
No problem. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Nick.
All right. 8:47. Set your alarm for 8:47. It's not too late. If you sleep to 9, I feel like you're sleeping too late. Don't listen to me, though. I set my alarm for 9:30.
What's up, Nick?
Hi, buddy. Thank you. We have the update.
I got you.
Nice. Thank you.
We better win.
We're going to win.
I want to make some comments about your show, but I missed most of it. I was out.
Clancy. Hey, Charles, don't listen to Clancy. Bad advice from Clancy about when to wake up. Do not listen to Clancy. Listen to everyone else but Clancy on when to wake up. Clancy's a good guy. Great guy. But this is not something we phone a friend to Clancy with.
I don't know. You don't want to piss off Uncle Clancy.
No.
He'll take your football.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know the area, to get to Piscataway, it's basically highway the whole way. So it's walking is not an option. Anything else, it's a 20, 25-minute ride with no traffic. So it's a little bit of a dilemma. And to have him without transportation making that trip, all right, he's 5 minutes from me. So let's see what this is. I'll pull it since he didn't. Pause, no diddy. Did I get rid of the Uber app? No, I still need it for Nikki. There we go. All right, let's go to Piscataway High School, right in the heart of Piscataway. So right now from my house, it's $36.24. If I wait, it's $30. So if he's doing 60, he's doing $300 a week on Uber, and that's if there's no surges.
Yeah,
He gets 100, so it's 200. But with surges, and if he's going in the morning, say he works 7 to 3, I don't know, or 10 to 2.
Yeah, the worst hours.
I don't think this makes sense, man.
Yeah. Especially in Jersey. When I was in Georgia, an Uber like 5 miles away was like $8. Dude, when I got back to Jersey and I checked it, it was like $40. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Charles, why don't you start a food review show? Just go around tasting food.
Charles's main thing, he's got to go on for YouTube. He's got to get a real job, right? That's first. Get the real job.
True.
But then for YouTube, he's got to start going on an hour and a half, 2-hour show. He's got to build his watch hours. So yeah, but Gary, you got to remember, he's probably not working a 40-hour week. So if he's working a 20-hour week, because he's got to stay under the minimum to maintain his Social Security money, he's basically getting nothing. He's paying for transportation. And we know if he gets to work, he's going to have a massive lunch he orders. So he's basically losing money on the gig.
You can't take advantage
I
of
mean,
the
maybe he
government.
won't even go 5 days a week. Maybe he'll only do like 3 days. I don't know. I feel like I got to call in with this coach and shoot the shit with coach. John, he's 30. He's had the bachelor life. Yeah. For those of you mentioning getting it, Charles has a intense fear of driving. So driving is not an option for him.
Also, Charles has to not send $700 to people on Instagram.
No,
that would help.
It's a very, very good point. You're coherent tonight. What the fuck is wrong?
I was driving, so I couldn't do any drugs or drinks. So,
Okay. All right.
it's also why I'm not as talkative or funny tonight.
I mean, you made a good point. Occasionally, you got to be the guy that comes on and makes some good points, because then when you do go off the rails, they'll appreciate it more. If you're always off the rails, then you don't have these good moments, and everyone can look back at it and say, "Oh, you know what? There was that night he called in and made a good point. Holy shit! Why doesn't he do that anymore?"
That's fair. Everything's better in moderation.
You'll probably be working under 20 hours because of the minimum wage increase in New Jersey to be in compliance. Yeah, I don't think you can work more than that. So, he might only do 3 days. Then that brings down. But don't forget, he's got to move around for everything. So going to his parents or going to eat or going to his community events, he needs to Uber for all of this.
No, get yourself an electric scooter. Join the Scoot Squad. Telling you, dude, good investment.
This looks like a comment you should read.
Work it off the books. Commit fraud. Fuck the government. 100% agree.
Yeah, I did not doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. We're going to start wrapping up the show. Drop in the chat, what did you learn tonight? We had a good amount of Jets talk. We had last year in Jets content world was the summer of Bobby Midnight. From April through the season, Bobby rode an absolute tidal wave. It was the summer of Bob. It's the only way to describe it. It was a Bobby Midnight movement. This year, it's the summer of Charles Gorman so far. It's Charles's world. We're living in it. Everything he does
is hilarious.
Amazing lately. It's really, really just, he starts off with such a simple call on my show, on Jake's show, and then all of a sudden it's just
pandemonium.
Instant classics.
It's a Bobby tsunami. That's what that's what they call it when Bobby does a cannonball in the pool.
I won't comment because the next time I talk to Bobby, he'll be like, "Hey, I saw your show and I heard the comment you made about me. That wasn't nice." And then when I click onto his show, he's gonna be like, "I have power." Click, Nick, you're out. Okay, Bob. You got me.
What? Good boy.
GPM, Matthew Little Fox Smith. I learned that tax fraud is just taking your own money back. Nice.
Yeah.
David says, oh, there's like 6 comments that just popped in at once. I think Charles would enjoy working in a store that sells comic books. Agreed.
That'd be perfect for him.
Chris, I learned a lot about our New York Jets. New York Jets talk, takes. I learned Nick shines brighter than the sun because I don't deserve to have a chance in raffle. Yes, you do. Chris, you had like a dozen comments before the show even started, man. And I was reading them before the show started. You're the best, dude. I appreciate you. And this is my way of thanking you for being here for every show. So good luck to you. Clancy with the comment of the night. Nick is smart. Thank you, Clancy. Complete 180 from yesterday.
Yeah, but the laughy face kind of makes it seem insincere.
I didn't see that part, Wade. I'm focusing on the positive here. All right, you have no idea. To get any sort of kindness from Clancy towards me, it's like Nate. Like Clancy's getting to that Nate area where it's like ribbing Nick constantly.
That's fair. I will say, Chris, if I was able to win a Edwin Boozer helmet, you could win any raffle you get into, buddy.
Boomtown. It ain't fun being on the Bobby shit list. Guy has the power to ban you from the entire state of Vermont. Nick is smart. Weeds on Bobby's shit list. Nick is smart. Okay. Well,
No, Bobby's on my shit list. I paid $5 for a Halloween game video that Clancy wouldn't let me see.
Good point.
Uncle Clancy.
That's a good point. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's that time. Mr. Boomtown, if you would please drop what did we learn? Clancy, just so you know, if I still had control of the Bobby show, I would go on and delete that video one day. That would be what I would do to save the community.
It's the best video.
That's what I would do. If I'm going to do something mischievous, I would go delete that video.
Just so funny how mad he gets about it.
Big fella, he can't. He sent me the email confirmation from the site he uses. He banned himself for life. You cannot. I did it, and I thought I did it for 1 year, and I was waiting for like April 6th, I think it was. And I reached out to the state, and they said that it's for 5 years. So there's no way to shorten it. When you do that, it is done. All right. Boomtown learned Aaron Glenn and Charles Gorman have dropping F-bombs in common. T-minus 10 years until Nick is a grandfather. Longest Discord cleanup threat ever. Clancy is a bastard. There we go.
He is.
Bonus. Some of us are old enough to remember 3-liter bottles of pop. Lane is going to put Carly Bikini on a hanger if he gets one. Nice guys don't finish last here. But wait. Nice guys don't finish last here. They finish with 75 entries. Hell yeah. Double bonus. Charles lives in a non-crabby, non-snooty, up-to-duty neighborhood. Tissues are used to catch a multitude of fluids at the Charles residence. He's definitely... No, Clancy, I don't... It's not Mikey. I can't say it's not anyone else. But Mikey has left me voicemails. You've heard them. Where he's like, I told my parents that he's so happy he can't gamble. Mikey would say he would reveal if that was happening.
He'd definitely snitch.
He would snitch in a heartbeat.
He wouldn't even know he snitched.
Not in a heartbeat. He would snitch in about 48 ounces.
Get a couple
48 ounces, and he's singing in a high-pitched tone on my voicemail.
You put a couple pints in him.
Speaking of that, it's been a few days. Let's see. Voicemails. Blocked messages. Nothing. Sunday was the last one. 27 seconds on Sunday. That was the last one.
Clancy.
Good point. This is why Bobby sees his family so much now. He's using 4 different phones. Bobby is Cricket Wireless's number 1 fucking phone buyer. He bought phones for Mikey, his parents, his daughter, her boyfriend, his ex babysitter. Bobby's desk has fucking cell phones everywhere with different accounts. Dad, why do you need my social? Don't fucking worry about it. Just give me the fucking number, okay?
I heard he moved to Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. For those of you in the Discord, if you are going to get gifted a membership, I'm telling you, it's coming. Sweet, innocent Aurora was gifted a membership the other day, and I had to remove her. So if sweet, innocent Aurora can get removed, all of you fucking knuckleheads can.
Oh,
So I'm telling you now, it's going to happen. If anyone in this Discord gets gifted a membership when the show is over, I do two things now. I will remove you, and then I enter the raffle names onto the wheel. So do not blame me. I've been threatening this since the NFL playoffs in January. So please, I am not the bad guy, but there are people who pay for this perk to be in the Discord. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to the people who gift memberships, and it goes to people who are in the Discord already. That's not fair.
not kosher.
Yeah. Well, this has nothing to do with Jewish people and kosher food. Don't take it there.
It's not halal.
How to remedy that? Oh, you can click on the YouTube page and where it says join, you can join the channel and you sign up for recurring payments. It's easy. It's $5 a month. And it is part of, it's fair. That's all. It's fair. I can't tell certain people, it's got to be fair across the board. There are people who support the channel. There are people who do it. And it just needs to be done. So thank you. God bless. And besides, I'm doing you a favor if I remove you. You don't have to listen to these takes. Go ahead. Give them some of your takes that they would hear.
All right. So the moon landing was real. Eating just meat is gay. You put me on the spot here, bro. I don't know.
You always have crazy shit you're ready.
We are also
Don't
going
like
17-0. We're going 17-0. Winning the Super Bowl. What? Oh, my dog's bothering me right now. Aaron Glenn is the greatest thing that ever happened to this team. Aaron Rodgers is going to be terrible on the Steelers. Clancy does not like scuffed balls, that's for sure.
Oh, Godzilla.
Oh, Bobby, don't.
I don't know
What the fuck was that?
Don't, Bobby.
Bobby took us on a quick trip to Japan.
Bobby,
That was a very good Asian accent he did. It was very good. Very, very good. I have to go to take a shit. I'll see you. Love you, Nick.
I hope it's not too hot outside when you go out there.
It's indoors. It's indoors. I'll send you a picture.
Damn it. I believe you. He did send me a picture one time from the bowl. So
Gotta prove it.
I believe you. I'm good. I don't need a collection of you on the toilet.
I'll send you the turd too. It'll be a double picture.
Send it to Clancy. He'll let me know if it's real.
All right. You know what?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Have a good night. God bless. Go Jets. We are 12 and a half weeks away from dismantling Aaron Rodgers. Also, tissues have multiple uses at the Gorman house. One of them is when you sneeze. The other one is when you...
Stay in my crib by the light and so bright as the twilight's last evening.
And Nick, I think I trust you more than anybody else right now. But you're my best. You're the nicest guy. Reach out for me. I do appreciate that too. I trust you with all my heart. I love you, buddy. Bye. Thanks. Next time, just Mikey. Just listen to me. Just talk to me. Me, have to talk. Okay, I love you.
Well, you think what you want about me. I'm not changing. I like me. My wife likes me. My customers like me. Because I'm the real article. What you see is what you get.
Thank you, big fella. You, my friend, are what they call in Vermont A nice guy.
Bobby and Charles are squeezing their knockers. Bobby and Charles are squeezing their knockers, taking their shirts off.
Taking their shirts off.
Taking their shirts off.
Taking their shirts off.
Bobby and Charles are damn sexy. Damn sexy. Let's party. Let's party. Let's party. Let's Bobby and Charles are hot and sweaty. Hot and sweaty. Let's party. Let's party. Let's party.
And this just in, you can go fuck yourself.
Suck it, Aaron Rodgers. You suck. Check out of this play.
This got me.
Gentry covered in fumble.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his promise, Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.